Welcome back, everyone. We're on to phase 2 of the first raid-proof base we got here. Well, this one's raid-resistant because the only exposed area is the door. But obviously, if you have a strong door, not all the creatures are going to be smart enough to attack your door. Even the land-bound creatures, or the insects, are going to be trying to attack the sides or whatnot. They aren't really intelligent. And having a high defense door is obviously going to save you. This base will totally last in the new game plus, and you can see there's a ton of room. So if you followed my last video, I'm going to be rebuilding this base. I might tweak it a little bit. We tweaked it twice, 2 or 3 times in the last video. We're going to do it, make it out of the weed stems now, because weed stems look fire, especially if you mix them with ash cement. So stay tuned. I'm going to start breaking this, and Pete's going to smash, Pete smash, and just make a huge mess here. So here we go. What am my controller is randomly disconnecting. I don't know why it keeps doing that. One thing I wanted to note, you can see you get stuck here sometimes on this little like width of a wall area. We purposely did that so that the door fit inside here without sticking out, but that can be remedied when you use a thicker wall. So when we're using like mushroom brick, you can see how it actually fills that gap. And the grass half wall down there is paper thin, so it obviously won't fix that. You can see with the weed stems or with the ash cement, the same thing. It's perfectly lined up. Just wanted to note that for those that are wondering, or like, oh, it's hard to get in here. It's always going to be hard to get in the
I feel a little less squishy now.
a lot of the cans. Just jumping through like the tab area is just an odd shape, but this will make it so you can run out of here. That way you're not getting stuck. This is easily a couple hundred grass stems. Grass planks. I do have my girlfriend Moxie helping me out right now to get the materials that we need. You by any chance want to grab this stuff if I throw it through the door to speed this up a little bit? That'd be awesome. Try to cut this down and just throw them away. We don't need these. I don't ever use grass or anything. Only for tutorials. I just wanted to make it as realistic as possible for those starting out in the game, or those that obviously like to build with grass. I don't. It's extremely weak, and it just doesn't, to me, it doesn't look that good. But everyone has their own preference. So I'm not going to destroy the whole base. I'm just going to start filling it in with other materials with the weed stem stuff. Not going to go as far as to break everything right now. I had a nice pile out here, but the ants, they just love making a huge mess. They want to make sure these videos are as time consuming as can be. Come on. We gotta get these walls to want to lay proper. Sometimes it just takes a little bit of maneuvering to get these to place properly. That game will be difficult. Sometimes you just got to jump around, as you can see, or position your blueprint, keep moving it around. It's definitely funky.
Hydration is the key to performance.
If you watched the last video, I had a bunch of really good examples on how to do that. The next video we'll be doing this in mushroom brick, and then the final video will be ash cement, and then I will furnish this. I haven't unlocked coziness. I haven't even unlocked coziness level 2, so we'll be unlocking just to show that a beginner can set up base here early in the game, whether you make it out of grass and then slowly upgrade it as I am, and then unlock all coziness levels and fit everything you need in here. You can do it throughout the game with no issues. We're just doing our basic supports. I always build so that it's, here, hold on, we gotta have this, we want all this lined up. So I always build so that it is supported by multiple supports. That way you don't have the, you know, one weak area that if they hit, your base explodes, and then you're going, oh man, you know. So, and we're actually gonna skip, I'm gonna modify this a little because this lower floor was from the initial build. So we're gonna raise this up. We're gonna raise these up when I break this. That was from the initial 2-story build. We're not gonna waste all the materials of having to build this lower area. If you'd like to do it 2 stories, check out the first video and it'll show you how to do that. But there's no need. I want to have one gigantic room. Come on. So that puts it where we need it. Yeah, awesome. Cool. So that saves the trouble from having to build. There's some right in the doorway. Awesome. Yeah. That saves us the trouble from having to build all of these right here. We're just gonna go ahead and skip to the flooring. We do have half floors up here, so we want to make sure, if you're picky like I am or like really OCD, we want all the floors in the facing the right direction so that it doesn't look weird. I personally can't stand that. I gotta have everything lined up. So now we have this open area down here, and we're not wasting a ton of materials. I want to get a few more of these floors built so that so that it's supported. Just take your time so you don't end up destroying something that will drop the whole base. As you see, I'm able to knock out all the supports and move this stuff around because it's supported in so many areas. And this should look drastically better in the weed stem format. Now, as I stated earlier, with the different, like the same wall or the same floor varying slightly in size due to like what it's built out of, you do want to see, like I said, parts of this might start to stick out. because of what it's built out of. So you just want to watch and be careful. And now we can actually, we built this the way we did before, so we had half floors down here, but now since we eliminated the lower area, all this stuff that was built down here, we're actually going to be able to move these and just make it a nice even 3 floors. So as you can see, we can move this over. Too much. And then we'll move this, or just break it. And then move this over, you see, and then you've got your 3 floors. So it's less so when we go to build this in mushroom brick, it's even less things to move around and mess with because we're getting it dialed in, you know. This should be a way shorter video. I'm hoping maybe 30 minutes. Maybe a little longer, we'll see. Doing stems down here. Now you have a basement, a crawl space.
Armoring up.
Like I said, just take your time so you're not breaking your base.
Don't even need to boil it.
It is it has multiple supports, but obviously when we're breaking a lot of things at once, you can destroy your base if you're not paying attention. So you just want to make sure you don't do that. So way less stuff in the way here.
Look at that ant go.
And again, this is such a good location because you have access to all the insects you need parts from early in the game. And then you get wool spiders, you get all the good stuff here. So it's really just, it's a good spot. You're right next to the pond. You're right next to like 3 different stations. You're right next to the ant hill, you know, so if you need to make bombs, if you're where you still currently need to make bombs, you can do so with no issue. Yeah, this is gonna look way better. And if you don't want to, you know, see the dirt through here, you can put some more flooring. So like, I guess I don't want to run short on the stuff that I have available, but let's just see. Here, I'll just put a little, like a few floors really quick down here to give you the idea. With the other materials, you're not gonna actually, I'll just move this down. With the other materials like ash cement and mushroom brick, you're not really gonna even see this stuff. You won't be able to see through it. It's only because like the weed stem and the grass planks allow you to really see through the floors and stuff. And this might not bother some people, but if you just want it to be clean, I think that's far enough. And then you can put your walls down and maybe put double walls for this case, just to hide it. As you can see, that's better. When you run in now, it's not going to look so crazy. We'll go one more row just because we want it clean. So here, it only sets us back a little bit. There, that should be plenty. So we're just gonna fix this now. Completely unnecessary, like I said, if you're OCD about it, or you just want it to look really clean. And it gives it more, it makes it extra rigid, like if by some way things were damaged to where insects got in here, that's obviously all helping it. Keeping it, those are all supports that are all keeping it from being destroyed,
That is one big ant.
Although you can see in this case, you will run into having where you can see through the stem walls for those angled. Any of the half stem walls are gonna be, you're gonna be able to see through these in the corners. Not the end of the world, but that might, some people might not prefer that. Remember, if it doesn't flip, or if it doesn't fit, flip it around, jump around, and you should be able to get it to fit. I'm actually going to bring one of my pallets, my stem pallets in here in a minute. I did pre-build some for this video, obviously, because this is going to take an insane amount of materials. That I won't have to keep running in and out.
That should keep me safe. Safer. Nice and clean.
And this is a huge building item too, and you can fit quite a few of these in here, you know. This is a spacious area. We'll just put it right here so it's not so much in the way.
How many aphids is that?
Yeah, we're gonna go through these so fast.
That ant's got some moves.
See if I can just lock these to that out there. Try to do this faster. This is. We'll just recycle these stems. The nice thing is the next two builds will take way less time because the mushroom brick and the ash cement all fit in your inventory. So I don't have to physically carry anything, which is, you know, awesome. And they look way better than any of these.
Bombardier Beetle coming through.
And you can see the way we laid this out, that the half pieces are facing, you know, all our planks are facing the same way, which is nice. I'm gonna make some acorn stairs because these ugly grass stairs just don't go with the theme here.
That tastes really good.
There we go. Get to where it's a little easier to do this. That was sticking through, so we need a half and then a small panel. Hear that stupid beetle making a mess out there. And we don't even have to have these pieces here anymore because we changed the blueprint. So there's literally, it's unnecessary. As you see, the base really gets simplified because, you know, obviously if you're going to change it back, or, you know, you have different preferences, you know, and you want 2 floors, then a lot of that stuff would stay. But I personally want one big room because I'll be able to put shelves and just make it look awesome. Would you mind loading this from the stuff outside, please? Yeah, just I'm trying to put these out there. You can break these if you want to. Yeah, and then grab the boards, like recycle what boards there are, you know. It looks like we should have enough, which will be good. I was like really hoping we wouldn't run out of materials because it's very deceiving when you think you have enough, but it takes a ton, you know. So let's see if this door is going to be difficult or if it's going to work for us. See how I moved it around. I don't know if it's facing the right way. I need 2 sprigs. And they're just right here. So let's see what way we obviously want it to face. Yeah, see, we want to flip it around so that you're not blocking your stairs, and it might be ridiculous. There we go. And then it's in here nice and clean. Let's get this out of here too. Yeah, I'd topple this, would you? I tried to stack them. Get out of here. And we'll put another one of these here. This should help walk out of here. You should be able to get out of here easier now. With the wider walls, it should be better. So let's see. It's still catching a little bit. Yeah. So we'll wait when we get the other walls that are wider. Oh, I'm stuck. When we get the other walls that are wider, it'll probably help with that. I mean, you can put a little floor here. I just didn't want to. I mean, if you do a burr floor, it might help because it'll be harder to destroy, but I'd rather just have to hop to get in the base than obviously have it destroyed every few minutes. like I said, this is just if you prefer like the stick or grass. The beauty of having a defended base is with like high defenses. I mean, this looks way better than the grass. So you can do two-tone. I mean, look at the grass ceiling actually doesn't look too bad. You know, and there's a lot of room in here, but we'll do the whole thing obviously.
Taking a look.
And this is a high ceiling, as you can see. I have to jump to grab this stuff, which is gonna get annoying pretty quick. I can probably just topple the ceiling. If we hit all these, it should break the ceiling. Just gonna make a huge mess. That should topple this when I break that other side. Unless these corners are holding it, they might be.
Yeah! Hey, Mr. Ant. Yeah.
Oh, we need to throw our stairs down. We're gonna do acorn stairs. I'll have to run and get some 2 acorn shells. Oops, didn't mean to do that. Okay, look at these. It'll be nice. I'm actually going to use this space. Here we go. That should be right here. Get these corners and it should just drop. But as you can see, even trying to break this, it's sturdy. So this should be supporting everything right here. It says 0, but see, it's built so well that it legitimately didn't break the ceiling, which is good for raids, but extremely annoying when I'm trying to show you guys a video. Would you mind grabbing 2 of the acorn shells out of my chest, please? For the stairs, and just throw them on there. This definitely is looking better than the grass. That grass is, come on man, hard on the eyes. Still think they gotta make a crafting table that matches the stems, or like ash cement or something. Like it needs to be, we need to have an acorn crafting table so that it would match all the other builds, so it's not made out of grass. Do you see this? The ceiling's floating. It's literally, it was built so even. That's so ridiculous. And that ceiling's like high too, so to get this stuff is like gonna be a little annoying. I don't want to break my existing flooring by accidentally placing this too low. It helps to have a helper. This is way quicker than doing it by yourself. Big shout out to Moxie for helping me out with this, doing the grunt work. And I think once I furnish it and everything, we'll test it. Ooh, is that supporting all of them now? Here we go. Finally, it caught up. There we go. So much grass. I wonder how much this actually is. Ugh. Probably 300 pieces. Easy.
Hydration is the key to performance.
Okay. Oh, whoops. We gotta come in one. What are we thinking? Oh no. Oops. Getting carried away here. Okay, let's try that again. Come on, I don't know why it's being difficult. Doesn't want me to build these here, but they totally fit there. Here, I'm just gonna do them one by one. I don't know why it's doing that. It like has to think about it. Come on, dude. Trying to do multiple blueprints, it keeps stopping it though. Well, the good news is we're gonna have enough because I have 3 of these pallets up there. I'm gonna need another pallet though. But I am happy I was worried the video would turn into me running around harvesting weed stems, which is super boring. So I'm glad that that's not the case. See if we can get this to lay these properly. Let me go grab another weed stem pallet, and I want to make sure nothing's popping out. I should get a drink really quick.
No water filtration tablets needed.
Get a drinky poo.
Soaked.
Hey, Randers.
I wonder if I could keep that aphid as a pet.
As you can see, the ceiling is nice and high because it's a pain to build these. Nate's getting his cardio in. I'm out. I killed that pallet so fast. Holy cow. That was real quick. But we have one more, and we have just enough, it looks like, which is awesome. I can destroy these because they were purely for the video. That does not look bad. Even being able to see the can behind the planks, it actually goes with it well, and you can see with just natural lighting. Ooh. So I think that's everything. Let's check and see if anything sticks out besides, you know, that one corner, that little bit I allotted. It's the same as it was before. We did go over that in the last video. I prefer, like, I wanted to match that corner, so we had a solution to that sticking out, but I purposely changed it due to the preference and it not being a big enough issue to worry about. Yeah, see, nothing else sticks out. That looks great. Your door's clean here. I hit it with the planks, but you get the idea. It's nice and lined up, clean. You can put little lamps like I showed in the other video here that are protected pretty well. Like, yeah, they'll probably get broken, but when you put, like, even if you want like the cabin style interior like this, I would still at least do the ash cement door. If you can get pond moss, I haven't unlocked it yet, but I'm gonna have to run and do that really quick so that I can build the ash cement version of this, which is gonna be my final build. Because I plan on using this base to build the other bases and progress through the game to show you guys, and I'll do a few raids here to show how durable it is. Like I said, this is on medium because I figured it was most applicable to players. You know, most people are going to be starting to get on medium, and before they realize it's either too hard or, you know, too easy, and they want to go to WoW. But hope you guys enjoyed that. Like, subscribe. If this is of any help to you, if the builds are helping, please share my videos so that they help other people. Like I said, I do have a lot in store, a lot of different builds. And yeah, stay tuned for the final version. For me, it'll be the ash cement, and then we'll furnish this, and we'll go from coziness level 1 right now to coziness level 5, and I'll just show you how much space you really have in here, because there is plenty. This space right here will last me to new game 4 easy, all day, every day, all day, every day. But anyways, I hope that was useful. Thanks for watching.